Greetings, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You're now rocking with the podcast at Dr. Dorena Shine. We welcome you. I'm a doctor in the field of morality and integrity through business across the board. I am also a life coach. I am also an author. So if you would like a consultation service, we are now booking for this fall 2026 at $25 per hour. So if you just need 1 hour, that's less than a meal, you know? Also, if you would like to, get my ebook or my audiobook, look on all social media platforms from Barnes & Nobles to Spotify to UK Booktopia, and many others, okay? Let's get right into the topic today. I want to share with someone this video message, and it has to do with thought, word, and action. What does that mean? Sometimes we have to learn to let people go professionally. You know how when you can be in a relationship, you can let people go personally. But when you're in a relationship and you let people go professionally, a business relationship that is, it is a different, profound meaning. And I'm going to talk about that because that is a very significant aspect to success that I think we should really, really pay attention to. The thought, the word, and the action are primarily how things become manifested in our lives. We think of it, we speak it, we plant the seed, and then it shows forth, right? Very simplistic action, very simplistic process, right? But a lot of people don't understand that they have that potential or ability internally to do it, but they do a manifestation of every single move they make, every step they take in a day. Think about it. The very last thing you've done that was successful, whether it was positive or otherwise, you made it happen. So why wouldn't manifestation be real? This is a universal thought right here. So universal leadership is the pathway in which I design my spirituality and education and all of that. So that's where I'm coming from right now. So appreciate the underlying thought. That's what happens. We appreciate what we're thinking about. Like, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, we're talking to our high council. We're talking to our galactic federation. And in that, we are merging communication with the universal source to the inner source, and then it becomes the word. And when we speak it, just like God did and said, let there be, when we speak that into existence, it's a beautiful thing when we actually see it happening. When we actually see our thoughts coming from a far distance, showing itself up in our lives. It's just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And somebody is experiencing this today. Somebody is experiencing this very manifestation experience, and it's powerful, right? So we can't curse what is not known. They can't curse your manifest if you don't allow them to know what it is. If you have an interrelationship with your high council and yourself, you're the team. So the external factors are only there to judge the idea, judge the thought. The external force is there to tell you, are you crazy? Do you think you can really do that? I had so many people tell me, oh, college is a different world, sweetie. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want to go that route. You want to have a family, the white picket fence, the husband, the this, the that. That's not what I wanted for my life at that point. So my thoughts were to just test it. So I thought it, I spoke it into existence, and it became actionable. And that's what I want you to understand about your manifestations. Every day, anything you want, whether it's better health, whether it's better vision, whether it's better financial abundance, you can manifest that for your life because we are creators, co-creating within our God source force. You got everything you need, and it's all internally. And believe me, I've been there, done that. I would not be able to talk this if I was not already experienced in it. So book a session, baby, book a session. Speak your thoughts in private. When you look at something from a private perspective, no one can come in and taint that. That's why I said yesterday, 10,000 can try to humble your thought, can humble your intuitive action. But if it's not affiliated or cultivated by ego, they'll never be able to do it. Only the illusion of someone believing that they can do it and they have no experience, they have no planning, they have no desire to get higher and do the inner work and do the true success stepping. Yeah, now that they'll probably sabotage, and they probably will have a reason to sabotage because other things are not in flow. So if other things are not in flow, then things are not gonna pan out the way that it would had someone really put the true work into the practice of what they were thinking about and speaking about and acting on. It just all aligns, right? Some people believe in selling a dream. See, as a consultant, I don't believe in selling dreams. I believe that if I can help assist you and this is a dream of yours and I see that you're aligned to that dream, then at that point, I will be able to assist and guide you to some suggestions, some options, some resources, some choices. And then I sit back and allow you to be who you are. I have a client who is in the process of getting ready to move to another level in his life. And he told me, he said, yeah, one thing that I like and that I would like to have is the respect for others to allow me to manifest in my world. Because sometimes we who have been experienced, who connect to someone who is inexperienced, we want them to do it our way. We want them to make the decisions we made. But sometimes allowing others to manifest in their own reality is going to be stronger for them. So when no one's around, they'll still be able to think that very way. So don't sell a dream if it's impossible. Just because, to give people false hope. Don't do that. That, to me, is a sense of illusion. That magic work, that spell work, Also, speaking of spells, you don't want to be under a spell when you are manifesting something for your life. So if someone is saying, yeah, you're pillow talking with your relationship person, and they say, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we should do that. Figure out, are they trying to support you or make you look foolish in the end? Because a lot of people will use that as spell work to make you feel like, yeah, we could do this. And then when it falls apart, they blame you for not being successful. And that's something that will really crush self-confidence. So be mindful of that as well. And also, remember your destiny. Remember why you started the idea, why you created the thought in the first place. Because that is where the way, and this is what my grandmother would always say, the way that you begin something is how it's going to end. Excuse me. The way you begin something is how it's going to end. There's a lot of dust in, the area I'm at right now. And sometimes when you have those areas where you are triggered, that is something that you need to pay attention to, because that is uniquely the process that's going to make others feel how they're going to feel about how your growth is going to manifest. A lot of people can just sit back and watch how you do things just to see the fall happen, or just to see the rise take place. So they can always say, I was there, but they were deep in the background, doing absolutely nothing but observing. Why aren't they observing their own lives? Why are they watching every step so profoundly close? Because they're amazed. Success stepping is a very powerful thing. It's like wearing 10-foot stilettos on a runway as a model. 10-foot stilettos. So yeah, it's very, very impactful, if you will. And let me see here. When your words don't match your actions, that's when we're selling a dream. And as consultants, that's the last thing we want to do. As initiators to motivation, we never want to tell someone that they have the capabilities of doing something that we know good and well that they would not be able to persevere. That's why I believe in giving the whole spiel about everything, what to expect, how long it would be, based on reality's expectation, not normally people's schedule and expectation, because in business, people don't call you back. Sometimes you go, they're not at work. Sometimes you think you have to do something immediately and it's not as important. So these are things that we need to pay attention to. Yeah, we need to pay attention to. And the ego boost. Let's talk about that. The ego boost is a very penetrating reality, because the ego will leave you destitute. It will leave you alone. It will leave you believing that you are something that everyone embraces. And when you realize that you've been dropped off years ago and no one really cared years ago, and then you awaken to that reality, sometimes people can't come back from that reality. Like, there were times where you may have been spoiled as a child. Yes, you may have been a princess. Yes, you may have been a beautiful attribute to your family's destiny. But when the family moves on, when people die off, when you grow and mature, you have to mature, period. And others were watching that as well. In the family, they felt you had some form of priority than them. And now you are left with those people to share the love of family and tradition with. They may not like you as well. So remember that. Also, some people avoid acting. They think about it, they speak it, and they don't show up for themselves. They say, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I woke up this morning, I had such a great night's sleep. I woke up this morning and it was after a certain time. No alarm went off. I'm just feeling the energy of relaxation, and I had to get up like, whoa, it's time to get up. But it wasn't a joke like, oh, I missed work. No, because I am the work. When I wake up is when the work begins. That's one thing about running your own business. But you have to also understand that people are expecting you to show up for what contracts you have agreed to. So it's very vital at that point to know that you are the key. And silence is a spell. You know how they say keep it silent when you are motivating yourself to do something great in life. Silence is going to be triggering for others. They want to know what you're doing in order to know what the next moves are. Okay? So when you're silent on your own terms, it works for your benefit. But when others silence you for no reason and they ghost you, there's something hidden in that silence. There's something on the other side of that reality they don't want you to recognize about who they are. So don't take that personal, because a lot of times it's a spell used in order to prevent you from moving forward. But that's exactly what you must do. You must move forward, or other than that, it will put you in a distracted spell. Remember, we were talking about the client the other day who is going to decide to make the decision, will you go to school or will you stay with your high school sweetheart and live happily ever after and not be upset at how the chips fall? If you cannot take advantage of your own destiny, then it's your responsibility what happens after that. So that is very, very significant, very, very power driven. There's a song, it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. When it's written all over your face, guess what happens? You really see the deal. Even if the face is not visible, silence is a veil that you can see through. Because why is there silence within family? Why is there a ghosting within family? There is something that they don't want you to know about. So what you do is you let go. You let go, you motivate yourself, you continue to believe in you, and you keep it moving. So that's my message for today. I hope it has resonated for those who have stayed thus far. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video and comment. Comment in the comment box. Let me see. What would we comment? Comment what you think this video is all about. Sum this video up. If it is thought, words, action, write that in the comment box. If it is, I got the memo, put that in the comment box. Put something creative in the comment box. And let's grow this channel. Shout out to my new subscribers. I did see a few more new subscribers come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is a powerful thing. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Dr. Darina Shine, Google. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone who is backing Dr. Darina Shine at this time. And if you would like to know more about me, or if you would like to book a session, we begin at $25 an hour. We can do Zelle, Cash App, whatever you feel comfortable with. We can also meet via Zoom. So it's all beautiful and it's all open to you. Don't forget to get the book, Dr. Darina Shine's Book of Inspirational Quotes and Wisdom. You're going to find my journey in that book. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.